All right, so next question. A procedure two parts will input a sequence. Sorry, this is from this past paper. Will input a sequence of real numbers one at a time. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight real values. The procedure will process the sequence in two parts. Form a first total by adding the values until the first zero. All right, until the first zero. Form a second total by adding the values after the first zero until the second zero. All right. Next one, output the average of the two totals. Okay, together with the suitable message. Now, values input in the first part are total using global variable total A, and those input in the second part are total using global variable total B. Write pseudocode for the procedure two parts. Right? Okay, so what do they mean by this? What do they mean by a global variable? First of all, global variable meaning they have already declared it. Okay, so you do not need to declare it in your program code. Okay, so also keep in mind that these are real values. So 12 would mean 12.0, 8 would be 8.0, 0 would be 0.0. All right, so what are they actually asking us to do? So let's say I'm going to input a bunch of numbers in a sequence. So like let's say I have 10, then let's say 20, then let's say 18, then let's say 0. Okay, then after that let's say 39, then let's say 46, then 82, and then 0. Okay, it doesn't need to be like it can be in any order, anything. Okay, okay, so we need to total until it hits the first zero. So I'm going to get the total. All right, so this is total A. Then we're going to get total B. Sorry for my bad handwriting. Total B. Okay, and then I'm going to average this. So I'm going to average this, and I'm going to output the average. All right, so I have written this code, the pseudo code, but in the marking scheme they have given this. The only difference is over here I'm using the while loop. Okay, and over here they are using the repeat loop. Which one is easier? Honestly speaking, I would say it's the repeat loop, because you do not need to have an input over here. Okay, um, but it's your choice. All right, so this is basically the same thing. Okay, so um, I'll explain using mine. All right, okay, so first of all we have procedure two parts, and I'm going to end the procedure. Then I'm going to declare two variables, two identifiers, average and val. So val is the one I'm going to input, average is basically average. Okay, avg is the average. Okay, then since I'm not going to declare total A and total B, as I told you, so total A is going to be set to 0.0, total B is going to be initialized to 0.0. Average you don't need to initialize it, but you can. Okay, now you're going to input this value, any value. Okay, and then while val is not equal to 0, you are going to set the total A to total A plus val. Okay, then you're going to again input val, and it's going to loop again and again. Okay, so then let's say it has reached 0. Okay, then I need to come outside my loop. Okay, then I'm going to input another val, and while the val is not equal to 0, let's say it is 0, let's say I have my input as 0 over here itself, then I'm going to directly go out of my loop. Okay, so while val is not equal to 0, let's say there is a loop, total b is going to be set to total b plus val. Then I'm going to input another val and loop continues. Then it comes outside the loop when you reach the second 0. Okay, after that we're going to set the average, because they're asking average over here, right? Average of the two totals, which is total a and total b. Okay, so I'm going to add the total divided by 2. Okay, then I'm going to have a suitable message. So the average of part a and b is you can say average. Okay, so this is just the same thing as the marking scheme, not much of a difference. So I just wanted to differentiate the two kinds of loops. All right, you cannot use the for loop for this. Okay, so we'll go to the next question.